Alright guys, in this video, I'm going to break down for you the WWE Royal Rumble 2020 travel packages that went on sale from WWE earlier this week. And now, if you are not going to be taking advantage of these travel packages, you're just going to be getting your Royal Rumble tickets, you need not worry until next Friday, because that is when tickets go on sale to the general public on September the 20th. However, if you want to guarantee your seats, if you're going to be making this a happening and you want all things wrestling, the travel packages are already on sale, and there's been a lot of different changes that have taken place with these travel packages. And if you remember, and if you go back to one of my older videos in the archives, I broke down the Survivor Series package for you. And typically these travel packages are based around your 4 nights of WWE entertainment. Your NXT Takeover, your pay-per-view, and then Raw, and then SmackDown. And usually they take place in the same venue, or the same city at the very least. Now, what's interesting about this is, and I kind of thought, okay, well, what's going to happen when SmackDown moves to Friday nights? I figured you'd get your go-home SmackDown, your NXT TakeOver, your pay-per-view, and then your Raw on Monday nights. Not anymore. All that's out the window. First off, NXT takeovers will no longer be taking place the night before the pay-per-view. I'm guessing that these events will be taking place kind of as their own standalone events, and that they're not getting rid of the takeovers. I guess it kind of comes with the change of NXT moving to USA and really kind of now being its own brand. I think Johnny Gargano said it best on Twitter when he said, there is no more moving up. They have their own 2-hour live slot on USA. And so NXT is really its own brand now. And so I guess it makes sense for them to have their own takeover events. Even if they're in a little bit of smaller venues, they're still something that should be seen as a big deal and not something that is kind of coinciding with the big WWE pay-per-view. That said, I do think, and I wonder if this really takes away from the travel package aspect. I think NXT TakeOver was something that really kind of made the pay-per-view weekend exciting as a wrestling fan. You'd get that great takeover show, and then the next night you'd get ready for your Big Four type show. So not having that does take a little bit away from it. Now, there are going to be people who are going to think WWE is just going to wait to see when AEW puts out their schedule. And those are going to be the dates of all of the NXT TakeOver shows. Could be, right? That would certainly be add to the Wednesday Night War aspect and the Wednesday Night War narrative that is going on. That being said, WWE puts out an NXT TakeOver show that appeals to kind of that hardcore audience that loves great wrestling, puts out the same night as AEW, and AEW's charging $50 for a pay-per-view, or you can get NXT plus the network plus the Big Four show coming up later on that year, or whatever the WWE pay-per-view coming up later on that month, and you only have to pay $9.99. I mean, it would be a little bit of a dirty move on WWE's part, but at the end of the day, business sense, it kind of makes a little bit of sense if that's the route they go. Personally speaking, I'd like to watch each pay-per-view live, so as a fan, I'm kind of hoping they just shift this over to its own separate... I have no problem with NXT being its own separate thing. I just think that putting it head-to-head with AEW, at the end of the day, as a wrestling fan, just kind of, I guess somebody who wants to watch all the shows live, it makes things tough, but at the end of the day, that's what Wrestling War is all about, right? So, interesting to kind of keep an eye on where they go with the NXT TakeOver shows. Even more interesting, Raw and SmackDown will also not be taking place in the same city as the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is going to be taking place in Houston, and I believe SmackDown and Raw will be taking place in San Antonio and Dallas, respectively. So you don't even get that post-pay-per-view Raw, which I think is a mistake. I think that Raw should be there the night after the pay-per-view. A lot of fans come in for the pay-per-view. Pay-per-view ends, you're going to want to go to that Raw if you're in town, because it's something that you keep that wrestling hangover going. I understand why WWE is moving this. I think the move is probably to prevent burnout of the crowd. A lot of times by the 4th night, there was not many people that were still sticking around. At those SmackDown shows after a pay-per-view weekend, you wouldn't have... They would have a really hard time selling those out, because at the end of the day, I think people were just over it at that point. I think they got their pay-per-view, they got the Raw, they got their NXT. The 4th night was always a really tough sell. On top of that, fans who were in town for these shows really just wanted kind of crash course television. At least this is how I feel from being at those post-WrestleMania, post-SummerSlam shows. You wanted your returns. You wanted your big angles. You wanted your debuts. And if those weren't in the cards, people would crap all over the matches. Even if the matches were good, you'd get people doing the wave, people throwing beach balls around, and it would really kind of sometimes be a detriment to the actual show for the viewers watching at home, who would be very confused as to why people are chanting for pretzel guy or cotton candy. Because at the end of the day, the match in the ring wasn't half bad. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to break this all down for you, the travel package options, if you're heading to the Royal Rumble in Houston. Obviously, you guys know I've never done a travel package. I've gone to many big shows, but I usually just kind of do my own thing, just based on the fact that a lot of times I go with my wife or family, and part of the fun of going to these shows for us is also to explore the city. And so you're not getting too much of exploration of the city, but if you are just going for the insanity that is wrestling, these travel packages and, all things WWE, these travel packages may be really for you, because I have heard WWE takes really good care of the people who pay for your travel package. I will say also, if you are local and doing this show, this really might be for you. At least somewhat local. Like, let's say you're coming from Dallas, or you're coming from Austin, Texas, a city I like. You could do this travel package, have everything covered for you, and get the hotel included. And it may not be the end of the world. It might not be so much more expensive than if you were to just do everything on your own. That said, you do have to keep in mind, these packages do not include airfare. So you got to factor that into your price if you're going to be buying these packages from outside of Houston. So let's break it down. Silver package runs you $1,235 for one person, $1,025 each for two, $955 each for three, and $920 each for four. And this would be if you are going to be sharing the same room with somebody, so bear that in mind. Everybody gets an exclusive WWE Travel Package VIP concierge. So imagine you come down to your hotel, sitting there as a VIP concierge specifically for all things WWE. They can tell you maybe where the stores are. They can tell you when the different things are happening. Maybe they can also guide you around the city. I'm sure they will be pretty knowledgeable about the actual city that you're visiting. And they're going to be your one-stop source for all things WWE. And you'll have them available Saturday through Monday. Houston area hotel, you get a 2-night accommodation. So again, you're chopping that vacation aspect of things in half. You're just getting Saturday, January 25th check-in, Monday, January 27th check-out. Royal Rumble meet and greet. If you're wondering what Royal Rumble meet and greet is, this is a toned-down version of Access. At least I'm pretty sure. They did something called SummerSlam meet and greet, and that is what it looked like. It looked like, rather than Access, which has your live wrestling matches and your Hall of Fame display and different photo ops with like the WrestleMania ring that happened at WrestleMania Access, or the different statues that they have, you're basically going to have a couple little pieces of memorabilia, but for the most part, this is really just there so you could meet your WWE superstars and legends. And a lot of these are going to be, you get autographs, some of them are going to be photo ops, and if you pay like a general admission, you'll get your guys who are maybe like in the mid-card to lower card, maybe your NXT talent, your 205 Live talent, and your legends, and then obviously there'll be a bump in price for some of your main event talent at the same event. All right, so that is Sunday. So it looks like there's only one day of Royal Rumble meet and greet. At least that's how it kind of looks here. Sunday morning, the event that eludes me. The event that I'd love to be at probably more than any other. And I've been to these types of events before. When I was a kid, my friend, his father, worked for Madison Square Garden and would always get us into the New York Knicks annual lunch. And basically, you'd be at this table with a New York Knick. You'd be able to have dinner with him, lunch with him. It was like a luncheon. So you'd have lunch with him, you'd be able to chat with him, and then afterwards, you'd go meet all the different Knick players that were there for meet and greets and for autographs. And that's pretty much what this sounds like. The breakfast with WWE superstars and legends also used to be known as the Bagel, Bacon, and Biceps Brunch, or maybe it was the Bagel, Bacon, and Body Slams brunch, whatever it was something that just sounded like the most incredible deal in the world, kind of like a Disney World meet and greet type deal they do, like the character brunches or whatever, but instead you're getting wrestlers and superstars and legends. It sounds incredible. If you go, contact me so I can find out how it is. Damn it. Anyway, on top of that, you are also going to be getting Worlds Collide. All right, let's chat about Worlds Collide. If you're not sure what Worlds Collide is, this is a special WWE's done a couple times on the network that they've done at Access shows, which basically features superstars from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT UK, and 205 Live in never-before-seen matches. They were kind of just thrown together at Access, I think, just to kind of have something at Access. But it turns out those Access shows were actually a bit of a test run. Worlds Collide is going to be taking place the night before the Royal Rumble. I think this could be something fun if they make each one of the matches for a spot in the Rumble. I think that could really add some intrigue into seeing which NXT talent, which 205 Live talent are going to be a part of the Royal Rumble. Also interesting here, there's a rumor that WWE is bringing a show to FS1 on Tuesday nights. The fans are already preconditioned to watch wrestling on Tuesday. There's a rumor that WWE is bringing a show to FS1 on Tuesday nights. Very interested to see if it's this Worlds Collide. I'm interested to see if that is what WWE ends up bringing, kind of a 1-hour show to FS1. I don't know anything, but kind of just weird that this random Worlds Collide show is not only taking place, but it's taking place at the Toyota Center, which is like a legitimate sports venue. So that's something definitely to kind of keep an eye on as things go through. And again, if they keep all the brands separate, this could be a really fun one-time a quarter night for everyone to kind of have matches with each other there. So interesting to see how they do with that. Obviously, then the Rumble at Minute Maid Park, you get tickets as well, and you're getting 100 level tickets to both Worlds Collide and the Rumble. Your Gold package, which starts at $13.25 for one person, $11.15 for two, $10.45 each for three, and then $10.10 each for four. You're getting the same deal, except this time your tickets are going to be first 5 rows, the center sections across from the cameras for Worlds Collide, so TV side. And then, I guess hard cam side, as they say. And then premium 100 level or lower bowl first 9 rows for Royal Rumble at Minute Maid Park. Platinum package, things are basically, again, the same. You go up a little bit in bump in price because you're getting $17.50 for one, $15.40 for two, $14.70 for three, $14.35 for four. Same deal, except you're getting your closer seats. So you're basically going to be getting rows 4 to 5 ringside for the Toyota Center Worlds Collide. And then you're also going to be getting a ringside floor rows 6+, so 6 and further. You're going to be getting also a commemorative chair. So if you want your pay-per-view collectible chair, that could be your package. Unless you've got a little extra change hanging around that you're ready to spend. Let's get into it. The championship package prices. And here we go. So for one person, $3,585 this will run you. I'm telling you right now, if you know some like-minded wrestling fans that are going to be doing the same thing, that are okay shacking up, getting the same room, find them and do it together. You're going to save yourself over $470 in savings if you find 3 other wrestling fans, whether it be on Twitter, message boards, in the comment section of this video for all I care. Go and find people that will do this with you and save some money. For 2 people, $32.70 per person, $31.65 per person for 3, $31.15 per person for 4 people. I really think this caters to, again, someone who's in the Texas area, looking for a hotel to go to Houston, and they can avoid doing airfare, and just want to turn this into the most incredible show and the most incredible experience ever. So let's get into what you'll be getting. You still have that VIP concierge, except your service begins on Friday. So you get that service from Friday to Monday morning. You have the 3-night Houston area hotel. And the reason you have this 3-night Houston area hotel is because included in your purchase, you're getting a welcome dinner on Friday night, buffet-style dinner with an exclusive autograph session with superstars and legends. You will also get a Royal Rumble welcome gift bag, which includes a WWE bag with a Royal Rumble shirt and hat to get you set for the weekend. So they're just going to stockpile your trip. It's going to be nonstop WWE pretty much from the jump. Continuing that, on Saturday, you're going to be getting seems like your day is going to be started with a Space Center Houston, which I hear is a really cool place. If you're ever in Houston, it's a place I want to go visit, so let me know how that is too. Space Center Houston VIP Expedition with superstars and legends. You're going to get a VIP tour of Space Center Houston with a catered lunch and souvenir. You'd also get transportation included. So they're picking it up from the hotel. They're taking you to the Space Center Houston. Sounds like there could be some wrestlers, superstars, and legends on the transportation as well. It doesn't say that, but that's kind of how it sounds. And that could be a lot of fun. Then on Saturday, you'll also be getting a Superstar Experience meet and greet at the Toyota Center. Seems like right before Worlds Collide, with your WWE superstars and legends. And then obviously you have a ticket to Worlds Collide in which you will be getting seats from rows 1 to 3. So this is ringside floor seats, rows 1 to 3. Then on Sunday, it continues. This is really, this package, you're paying a lot, but you're getting a good amount of stuff. You're getting breakfast with Superstars and Legends, buffet-style breakfast, which includes an exclusive autograph session and premium seating location. What I think this means is either that you'll get like seating right next to where the autograph sessions are, so you can get kind of that good spot for that, or if it's like the Knicks thing that I explained earlier, maybe you're going to be sitting with like a top superstar, maybe like a Becky Lynch or a Finn Balor or someone like that. And meanwhile, the other tables may have somebody who's not featured on television so much. And no, I'm not going to offend anybody by saying names. All right. And then from there, you are also, if that's not enough, you also get an exclusive reception with, I apologize. You also get the Royal Rumble meet and greet. So the thing we talked about earlier. Not sure if they're going to give you kind of a VIP. They should. You'd hope you get a VIP, but it doesn't say that. It just says you get your ticket to Royal Rumble meet and greet. Then you get an exclusive reception with the WWE Superstars and Legends prior to the Royal Rumble at Minute Maid Park. So your Sunday's jam-packed. You get that bagel, bacon, and biceps brunch. You get your meet and greet with the wrestlers, the Superstars and Legends at the Royal Rumble meet and greet session. You get your exclusive reception with the Superstars and Legends at Minute Maid Park prior to the Royal Rumble. And then, oh, by the way, you're getting your commemorative chair included in your ringside seating to the Royal Rumble, rows 1 to 5. So WWE is taking care of you. If you got that extra $3.5 grand and you want to go there, I mean, you're getting quite the experience, guys. So, in any event, if you decide to go to any of these travel packages, let me know. I want to know how these go. I want to know if they're fun. I want to know if it's worth it or if it's just far too much. I think that, like, if you have the money for it and you've saved for it, it's going to be worth it because you know what you're getting. I mean, you're getting a whole bunch of stuff. You're getting 3 days where basically your entire life is going to be all things WWE. So while they took away a lot of the different deals, it seems like I think they want a crowd that's going to be super amped for the Rumble. Maybe you could turn it into a Texas trip. Go to, I think SmackDown San Antonio. Go to San Antonio. Then you can go to Houston for the remainder of the trip. Then you can go on out to Dallas for Raw and then head on back on Tuesday. So at least they're making it an option. They're making it so that it's not super, super far away. But at the same time, I wonder if this is kind of taken away from the travel package aspect. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're excited for the Royal Rumble. If you've ever done a travel package, let me know the story in the comment section below. I'm a total geek for this stuff, so let me know. In any event, that's going to do it for me, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.